If you're looking for a Prebuilt PC that will deliver really good performance at 1440p, this video will be for you because I will show you different Prebuilt Gaming PCs that are actually great for 1440p. I will go from $970 all the way up to $2,500. So if your budget is between those ranges, I highly recommend you staying until the end of the video because even if you're a beginner, I will explain what these PCs are capable of running and I will try to explain everything easily. That way you can understand me. Also, if you want personal help, which means you send me your specific needs and budget and I will send you the perfect PC, you can book a call down below in the video description on the top link. That way it's way more personal. You will also have all the links to these PCs that I'm going to mention down below in the description. That being said, let's start. With the first one we have the 15L with the i7-12700K and the RTX 3060. You get 16 gigs of RAM, 1TB of hard drive and 500 gigs of SSD. If you don't know anything about computers, this PC is not going to be the flashiest at 1440p, but you can start playing 60 plus FPS on average most titles, depending on the game and depending on the settings. But for example, esports titles such as Valorant, Fortnite and CSGO, this will be really easy to run at above 144 FPS on average, so even if you want a 1440p 144Hz monitor, with this system that is more than possible. For games like GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, you will be able to achieve more than 60 FPS on average, 1440p, high settings, so for less than $1,000 you are getting great value here, and you can also use this for high FPS at 1080p, so if you have a 1080p monitor and you're not sure if you should upgrade to 1440p, this system is still a solid option, and because you get the i7-12700K, you get a great content creator PC as well. With the next one we have the MXC Gaming PC from Amazon. This one comes with the i5-12400F, so it's a downgrade on the CPU side, but you get the RTX 3060 Ti, which is better than the RTX 3060, especially at 1440p. You get 500 gigs of SSD, and the total price for this system is $1,070, which once again is really decent for the components that you get, but just keep in mind that you get less storage and a worse CPU. For gamers, this shouldn't be a concern because the GPU is the most important part, so you will achieve higher FPS than the last one when it comes to 1440p gaming. This will be able to run basically every game at 1440p, but you will be able to run this at higher FPS than the last one. With the next one we have a new one. We have the Chronos 2 from Skytech, but here you get the new RTX 4070. This is $1,500 and you also get the Ryzen 5 5600X for the CPU. If you don't know anything about components, the RTX 4070 is really similar to the RTX 3080 when it comes to gaming performance, and to be honest, at this price point is a total steal. In my opinion, this is the best Prebuilt PC in terms of price to performance on this video. So if you have $1,500 to spend on a Prebuilt PC, this one should definitely be your system. The RTX 4070 is designed for 1440p, so you will achieve really high FPS at this resolution, even for the most high demanding titles. Of course, you can get a better GPU for 1440p and I will mention it in a second, but that one is going to be much more expensive. So for this price, I think it's a no-brainer. I would definitely buy it. Another thing that it's important here is that you are buying directly from Skytech, which is the brand that makes these PCs. That being said, if something happens with your computer, they will take care of it. With the next one we have the 45L that I've tested last year. This one has the i7-12700K and the RTX 3080, 16 gigs of RAM, 1TB of hard drive and 500 gigs of SSD for the price of $2,400. Yes, it's much more expensive than the last one, but you get the i7-12700K, which is really important, especially, like I said before, if you're into productivity work and not just gaming. Like I said, I've tested this PC, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but I can safely say that this system is reliable and it's going to give you a great 1440p performance. In fact, I've tested this system at 1440p. You will have the benchmarks in the top right of the screen. And with the best one, but most expensive one as well, we have the 40L from HP once again. This one is the Omen 40L, and you get the i7-13700K, which is better than the 12700K, and you get the RTX 4070 Ti, which is much better than the RTX 3080. I personally have a 4070 Ti on my system, and I would say it's the best GPU that you can get for 1440p high FPS. Because if you get a better GPU like, let's say, the RTX 4090, it doesn't make any sense because those GPUs are for 4K gaming. But the RTX 4070 Ti not only can be great for 4K, but it's also a great 1440p GPU. You also get 16 gigs of RAM and a terabyte of SSD. Now, like I said before, with the 45L, here I have a video on my PC with the 4070 Ti and the i5 13600K, where you can see the benchmarks. So you can expect really similar FPS with this 40L, but you can even expect higher FPS because you get a better CPU in the i7 13th gen. So this one is not only the best one for 1440p gaming, but it's also the best one all around. If you're a content creator or you want to start streaming, this one is also your best choice. But of course, it's up to you and up to your budget, since $2,500 is not cheap at all, but in my opinion, it's worth it if you are considering the best Prebuilt PC for 1440p gaming out there. If you want the best 1440p PC build instead, then you will have that review of my PC in the top right of the screen, which we all know PC builds are cheaper and they deliver better performance, but if you're looking for a Prebuilt PC, I totally understand you, because not everyone wants to build their own PC. And just like I said at the beginning, if you want personal PC help with more details and save a ton of money when buying a system, because trust me, if you build it yourself and you don't know about components, you will most probably overspend your money. So I really don't want that to happen to you. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.